So let's take it past the point where you have these scales, you have a reusable ship,
Yeah.
and you've got it dialed in. Then what are the steps? What's next step after that? Is it an unmanned voyage to Mars
Yeah.
first?
Unmanned flight to Mars. The Earth and Mars orbits synchronize every 2 years, or every 26 months, technically. So the next orbital synchronization is November of next year. So, and you can launch plus minus a month, roughly. So we'd have to launch in November or December of next year. So the default plan is to launch hopefully several starships to Mars at the end of next year.
And what would they be doing?
Well, at first we're just going to try to land on Mars and see if we succeed in landing. Do we succeed in landing? Like, let's say we were able to send 5 ships. Do all 5 land intact, or do we add some craters to Mars? If we add some craters, we've got to be a bit more cautious about sending people, And we need to. So we got to make sure the thing lands safely.
How does it land on Mars?
With on rocket thrusters.
So it'll just land.
Oh, we'll add legs.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
It'll
add
just
legs.
land and
Yeah.
have legs, and
Yeah.
so it'll be remote controlled from Earth, or
No,
it'll
just autonomous.
autonomous
Yeah.
completely.
Mars is you can't remote control things from Earth because
It's too
Mars
far.
It's too far. Speed of light. You have speed of light constraints. So Mars at closest approach is roughly 4 light minutes, and when it's on the other side of the sun, it's about 12 light minutes. So round trip would be like 40 minutes, best case, if Mars is on the other side of the sun.
So once you do that, then how long do you think before you start sending people up there?
Well, we're going to try to go as fast as possible. You can think of this as really a race against time. Can we make Mars self-sufficient before civilization has some sort of future fork in the road where there's either like a war, nuclear war or something, or we get hit by a meteor, or simply civilization might just die with a whimper in adult diapers instead of with a bang. I think we can do this in, I don't know, at least, I think we could do it within 15 Earth-Mars synchronization events, or, so basically like 30-ish years. If we have an exponential increase if every year, if every 2 years we have like a major increase in the number of people and tonnage to Mars. Like I think as a rough approximation, we need about 1 million tons to the surface of Mars, maybe 1 million people, that kind of thing.
To actually have a civilization.
Yeah.
And would you terraform? Like, what would you do?
You would eventually terraform Mars. At first, people would live in some kind of protected environment like domes and underground kind of thing. Terraforming would take too long. And we're at this point in time where, for the first time in the 4.5 billion year history of Earth, it is possible to extend consciousness beyond our home planet. And that window may be open for a long time, or it may be open for a short time. I hope it's open for a long time, but it might only be open for a short time. And we should just make sure that we extend the light of consciousness to Mars before civilization either extinguishes or subsides. All that needs to happen is that the technology level of Mars drops below, or technology level of Earth drops below what is necessary to send spaceships to Mars. So if there's some really destructive war, or like I said, some natural cataclysm, or simply the birth rate is so low that we just, like I said, die in adult diapers with a whimper. That's one of the possible outcomes. For a lot of countries are headed that way, by the way. So
Japan is, right?
Japan,
Korea. Yeah.
I mean, at
Dangerously.
at current birth rates, in 3 generations, Korea will be about 4% of its current size.
That's insane.
Yeah, maybe even less than that. They're only at 1/3 replacement rate. So if you have 3 generations, that's your 1/27th of your current population, which is 3%ish.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, basically, population collapse happens fast. So, and seems to be accelerating in most parts of the world. So basically, I mean, from my standpoint, I'm like, this is the first time it's been possible to extend consciousness beyond Earth. Maybe that window will be open for a long time, but it might only be open for a short time. We should make sure that we make life multiplanetary and make consciousness multiplanetary while it's possible.